What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius, back again with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about how a man must have a man's body, or the body of a man, right? So that being said, like the video, comment below what you think, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. Damn, I need to put air in this. So, for us men, right? For our bodies to work optimally as a man, we need to have testosterone pumping through our veins, right? Pumping through our bloodstream, pumping through our bodies. But how do we do that, right? How I do that, Torius? Yeah, look at this tree. It's so pretty. I always wanted to start doing like B-roll in my videos, but I feel like that's too much, right? You guys just rather have the information. I don't know. Some of you guys would rather have like me making like cinematic type videos, like putting more effort into videos. Like I would love your feedback, you know? So I just be making these like talking head videos, like just talking, right? I feel like you guys want to know what I say, what I got to say. And maybe you don't. Maybe you just, I don't fucking know. Anyways, man, for our bodies to be in tip-top shape means that we have testosterone pumping through our blood, right? In order for that to happen, we gotta have our bodies right? Because you know, there's a reason why women like a man with a nice body, like a six-pack, and like dudes really be complaining, like, oh, girls only like dudes with six-packs and all this. Like, duh, nigga. Duh. Why the fuck? You know how to get a six-pack? You stand fucking straight, right? You just fucking stand straight. That's it. You don't need to do nothing to get a six-pack. You have a six-pack. It's under a bunch of fat, right? Your six-pack is just hanging. It's just standing. It's already there, right? As long as you have good posture, you can get a six-pack. People don't have six-packs because of the way they breathe, right? Because of the way they deal with their emotions. Because of the way that they deal with life in general, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say I have a six-pack. I understand these concepts because I'm living it, right? I understand. I hadn't really paid attention to my posture in fucking 11 years, right? Or whatever, all my life. I haven't paid attention to none of that stuff. Now I am, because I understand, oh, that's how you do it, right? Your six-pack comes when you breathe, right? When you breathe into your stomach. Because basically breathing is what burns your fat, right? You can do all the ab workouts you want. You can eat as much like good stuff. You can eat as much good stuff as you want. But the way to get your six-pack is to just stand up straight, right? But why, Torius? Why does standing up straight give you a six-pack? Because when you're standing up straight, it's easier for you to breathe, basically, just like I said. It's easier because when you're hunched down, the air is only going into like your neck, right? You need the air circulating throughout your whole entire body. What happens, like, let's say you're an emotional eater, right? Like, all my life, I've always been an emotional eater. Like, anytime I was bored, I'd just be like, let me go to the fridge. So I'd be bored, go to the fridge, and I get something to snack on, right? But why was I an emotional eater? Because I drown my emotions in food, basically, right? Anytime I had an emotion, I didn't want to feel it. Like, even happiness. I mean, happiness might be one of the emotions I felt. I suppress happiness all the time, actually. Because I try not to have like too high highs, right? Because the more higher highs that you have, the more your life can get fucked up. So I'd be like trying not to overdo it, pretty much, right? So whenever you're bored and you're eating, or like you're sad and just like, oh, let me go get something to eat, let me get some like Chinese food, let me get some pizza or whatever, you're basically taking those emotions and and you're just suppressing them, right? You're suppressing all those emotions and you're just storing them and creating fat in your body, right? That's how fat is created. Fat is created by suppressing those emotions because you're not burning it up. That's what your metabolism is for, right? So, it's annoying. I had this argument yesterday with one of my coworkers, and the thing is, if I only do a diagram, if I don't, because all this stuff makes sense, bro. And it's like, if you don't believe it, like, because the thing is, I study a lot of nutrition and shit, and I study a lot of like fitness and working out and all that stuff, right? And you know, a lot of this, like, when you just look at it in a scientific way, it's not really that clear cut, you know? Like, it makes more clearer sense in a spiritual aspect, right? Like, I lost so much more weight being spiritual than I ever did just like trying to lose weight like with any diet, right? Like any specific diet. Because I always try to anytime I do diet, I don't even diet. I try to have like a lifestyle, right? Like right now I'm in the park, about to play basketball. I really do this, man. I really do this. So yeah, anytime that I try to anytime basically that what was I talking about? Yeah. Anytime I try to like diet or anything, you know, whatever. Back to the topic. Having the body of a man, right? Men are supposed to be built a certain way, right? Like we are built how we are. Like, yeah, men and women have similar shapes, but women like a certain thing in a man, right? Like, I'll be watching these pickup videos, and I'll be watching dudes just like going up to girls and be like, hey, can I get your number? Hey, what's up? What's your name? Da 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 da, right? And you know, I've been listening to what the girls say, and I understand a lot of times girls be bullshitting. Like, girls be lying, right? Girls be like, oh, you're not tall enough, even though dude is 2 of her, right? The dude could be 2 of her, and she'll be like, you're not tall enough, right? But you know, I used to think that girls just like were like skinny dudes, because a lot of times the skinny dudes that I knew, they always got a lot of girls, right? And they were just skinny. But then dudes would be like, those same dudes would be like, oh, I wish I had your build. I'm trying to be like you, you know? And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm fat. I'm like, you know, I'm a little muscular. Like, I have a little muscle on me. But I would always think that, you know, because like the skinny dudes were always the ones dressing, and they would always look, because the thing is, I would always presuppose dudes, like women's standards to dude standards, right? Because what do dudes like? Dudes like skinny girls. Dudes don't like muscular girls. Dudes don't like fat girls. Dudes don't like big girls, right? So it's like, if I'm thinking like, oh, how should I be if I want to attract the most girls? I should be how I feel like a girl should be for me, right? So I should be skinny. I should be lean. I should be like, you know, like real small, I guess. And basically, girls don't like that stuff, right? Girls don't like a scrawny dude. Girls don't like a skinny dude. Girls, they like a tall dude, but if he's scrawny and skinny and he has nothing on him, then she's not gonna like that, right? Like, I didn't really, because like it took a couple girls talking to me and telling me like, oh, you know, like you're my ideal body type on a dude. And I'm like, what? This? I got titties, right? But the thing is, I work out every single day, right? Like every single day I'm in the gym. And girls like that, right? Girls like a big ass dude. Because I used to be fat. So it's real easy for me to just like put on muscle and just like, you know, like change it as fat. So nice today. What was I saying? But yeah. So it's easy for me to like put on muscle. And girls like that stuff, right? Girls don't want a skinny, cause then I came to the epiphany that, oh, you know what? Girls like a dude that can protect them, that can fight, that can beat them up. Girls are supposed to be pretty, and dudes are supposed to protect that, right? Dudes are supposed to just look like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up if you look at my girl, right? If you touch my girl, I'm gonna fuck you up, basically. That's all that really is. A lot of dudes can't get girls because they don't have the body of a man, right? They're I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like a lot of dudes are in the same mindset I'm in. Like, they're projecting their wants on a woman on themselves, right? Like they're projecting they're like, oh, what do men like in a woman? Oh, a pretty girl. So let me be a pretty boy. And the pretty boys do get a lot of girls. But you know, I also realize that pretty boys probably get a lot of girls because girls are gay, right? And girls are like, oh, girls are more masculine. So the masculine girls are like, oh, I like this pretty boy. He's a pretty boy. Like, I don't know if he should be a pretty boy. But pretty boys always got the most confidence, right? Because they're like, oh, because I feel like they're just been hyped up, right? Because when you hype up your kid, they end up looking better and they end up being more confident. But yeah, basically the ideal body type is like a big ass dude. Like, because I was watching this nature documentary, right, on Netflix called Our World, and I saw the gorilla, and I saw they made him lead, right? The gorilla was leading the other gorillas into the jungle to get water. And it's like, imagine if a tiger came. You think the gorilla, the pretty boy gorilla is gonna protect them? Hell nah. It's gotta be the big nigga, the big gorilla, right? Big gorilla. That'd be a dope rap name, Big Gorilla, like big gorilla, but it said big gorilla. But yeah, that's just the body of a man, right? Just be fit. Just be try at least one day, like one time in your life. Like right now I'm 26, right? And my goal is to be in the best physical shape that I've ever been in my entire life, right? Like I want to be able to be like, yeah, damn, my peak was in like 27 of like fitness, right? I want to always be fit all my life, right? Like all my life, I'm gonna be like going to the gym every single day, like no matter what. Like even if I have kids, even if I have like whatever, like obligations, I'm always gonna make time for the gym. Like I'm always gonna make time to do at least 30 minutes of working out every single day, because I don't want to be one of those like old people just walking around like a zombie, like all the life drained out of them, all the life siphoned, and just draining other people, you know? Like that's not what I want my life to be. Like every day I'm gonna just like work out. So yeah, I you know, like just at least one day in your life, try to be deciding, okay, this is gonna be the year I'm at my physical peak. Like this, like I have a six pack. Like don't just like envy dudes that have six packs and shit. Try to be that dude, right? Why not try to have a six pack? Why not try to have pectorals and big ass arms and a fucking V in your waist, right? Why the fuck not? I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, right? You might not have time. Try to make time, right? Sacrifice sleep. Just sacrifice your sleep for it. You'll sleep better anyways. You'll have more quality sleep if you work out, rather than if you just like working caffeinated. Like the minus 30 minutes of your sleep to sleep, that's time. That's like 2 hours extra in quality of sleep. You feel me? But yeah, with that being said, just like the video, comment below what you think, subscribe if you're new, and if you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram at Torius, ask me for interviews, give me a follow, I'll make a video about your question. That being said, subscribe to the Patreon. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.